Hi everyone, today we're gonna learn how to make gelatin molds so we can cast later on these beautiful molds. This one is made of resin and they are hard. I will show you later on a print, but first I will show you here. I have, let me just pull it out. As you see, I'm keeping it in a Ziploc and in the fridge. So this molds I made like a year ago. There's a few bubbles in it, but those bubbles inside of the mold. So if I print, I'm not gonna see them. And here's the other one. So they like, I make them from last summer. I'm gonna show you a little bit later, but that's the idea. We want to make a rubber mold. So what we need for it, now I have here gelatin, glycerin, and a water. So I'm using a glycerin I bought in the Shopper Drug Mart. It says, okay, sorry about my cat. When I videotape and talk loud, he always meows for some reason. Okay, for relief of chapped skin. So if you planning to use this mold straight up on a food mold, for example, to make a sugar flour or something eatable, I would probably suggest better to use glycerin that is Wilton food grade, so you know for sure it's safe to use with food. This one I'm not sure. This is just like for medical purposes. So but the purpose of this gelatin mold is to cast later on mold from the resin or liquid silicone to make a usable mold, like many of them, you know, or if you selling them. But anyway, let's start first and see what we need to do. First we're gonna measure glycerin. We need 2 parts of glycerin, so I'm gonna use tablespoon. This is tablespoon, probably gonna be upside down for you. Depends on my camera. Okay, so let's do it together. I want to just, you know, like to show you only and that's it, but I think the process itself will help more if you're doing it for the first time. And I might making it, okay, this is better. I'm gonna stay on the side. So I'm in the kitchen by my window. You might hear some noises from my coffee maker, still kind of steaming here. Okay, full 2 tablespoons of glycerin. And then I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon of water. Okay. Now I need something to mix. Okay. Glycerin thick, so I'm just gonna scrub it up the rest of here. Okay, so now we're mixing this mixture till glycerin kind of dissolve in the water to make a even consistency. It doesn't take a long time. It's pretty kind of fast, and you can see already it's getting liquidy. Okay, and this mold is reusable over and over and over. You can make so many projects of it, and if you're done with certain mold, you can just remelt it and use it again for something different. Now I'm just gonna wipe dry my spoon because we're gonna measure gelatin, so it needs to be dry. I should grab something different, not to waste your time. Okay, so remember we have 2 parts of glycerin, 1 part of water, and then we need 2 parts of gelatin. I bought my gelatin in a bulk store that is really fine. You see how there's a little tiny grate, so it melts pretty fast. I'm just gonna like a sprinkle on the top slowly to let time to absorb the water, because if you put a whole spoon like right in the middle, they just gonna make it like a clump of gelatin. This way will be much faster. There's nowhere to rush, right? We can do this slowly. And 1 more. There you go. Now this is our 2 spoons of gelatin. Now there's 2 ways to melt this. We're gonna use today, for the purpose of speed a little bit, we're gonna use microwave. But I would suggest to use better double boiler, or even just to put on a plate hot water and stick the other one inside and wait till it's melt, because it will melt faster. If you put on a microwave and your microwave, like every microwave, is a different heat speed, it could boil and make lots of air bubbles. When you do double boiler, it will melt evenly with no bubbles, which is really help to make a beautiful mold with no bubbles. And the bubbles could be really kind of on a way. I'm gonna show you later why, because I have one mold that has a bubbles, and when you try to print something on a clay, like, you know, to make some project, you can see those bubbles. It kind of make a different texture, but I know it's a bubbles and I don't like it. So okay, so we melt this. Now I'm gonna put on a microwave for 10 well, I'm using 9 seconds. Why 9, not 10? Because it's just a 1 click instead of 1, 0, 2 clicks. And if you have somebody sleeping in the house, or kids, or your husband, it can be noisy. So I'm just put 9 seconds, pull it out, mix it. Well, we will do this in the process. I will be right back. I'm just gonna put here in the microwave 9 seconds, and we're gonna clean up this time our mess in here so we can move on with our project. Okay, as you see, 9 seconds gone quick, and the texture, hold on, have to get light. Okay, it's not ready. It's need to be liquid, get liquid. Okay, I'm choking the words, can't even pronounce. Very liquidy, hot but not boiled. Since you boil, it will make lots of bubbles. So let's do it again for another 9 seconds. Okay, it's getting more clear, and I think it could be, you can put one more, maybe one more time, but I'm gonna just leave it like this. Well, what you can do now, you can just pre-make your something that you're making it, and making a mold from it. Like I did one yesterday, because this molds I made like last year, and I didn't really remember the recipe what I used, so I had to use one, make one yesterday, just to make sure I know what I'm doing. So this one I made yesterday. As you see, I put inside leaf out of my plant, And the leaf has a beautiful texture. I don't even know the name of the leaf, but well, it kind of, I was using it this bowl, so it's really kind of like, you know, when you pour in hot gelatin, it kind of sticking, so you just have to slowly kind of undo all sides and they will come out easily, nice and shiny. So we will see. What did I experiment in here yesterday? I'm just gonna grab a knife. Gonna put this away. This one you can just leave it to you know, to get hardened, and then you stick in the fridge and you can use when you need it. But what I did, I was using a mixture in this little bowl, so when I melted all my gelatin, I just put my leaf slowly to try not to get air bubbles underneath, and I think I still have one, we will see in a minute, and just leave on a fridge to cool down. And now I'm gonna cut, we will see together what we have here. We will do together, you know, just for speed purpose. I'm just gonna chop it just like that, because this was just a trial, and as you see, it's really rubbery, but at the same time it's flexible, which is good for whatever you're making it. And then you can make a resin project, or if you have the liquid plastic silicone, you can make your figurines, whatever. So I'm just gonna try to get this leaf out, see if I can do this way. Okay, here you go. The leaf was very beautiful texture. Okay, I hope I'm on camera. I'm just gonna pull it out. Of course, the leaf itself, it's all fried because it was in a hot mixture. We don't need the leaf anyway. I'm gonna grab a scissors. Okay, scissors will do better. Now all these parts you can throw on a dish and, you know, remelt again. So that's why I'm so kind of careless in here, because I know I'm gonna remelt. I just want to see how this work, show it to you how it's work, so you can make your project. If you're making a cake decorations, this is perfect for sugar flowers, which I love to make a sugar flowers. Also, you can, this model, you can put like around clay, and then you pour on the top silicone, real silicone, and they're gonna make a beautiful many use molds for anything you want. So let's see what we printed out here. I have here with me a little bit of a clay, polymer clay. I see here, you see that one bubble sneak in here, but after all this leaf printed out, not bad. So let's just see if it's gonna be looking good on the clay, just to show you some. Okay, just gonna press, and you can make a print leaf. You see that? Then you do, if you're doing a for the sugar or whatever, you know, you just soften up the edges like this, make it curvy, and you have your leaf. Also, I'm gonna show you the one I made in here, this one. So yeah, I'm gonna remelt this one, just clean up from those leaves bits. But also I make this one with resin. I pour resin over my model, and it's not bad at all. You see how pretty. So this one I carve myself from the clay first, then I pour mixture on the top. So I make this one from scratch. And now talking about air bubbles, you see this mold. I didn't see it first, but it has lots of tiny bubbles in here. So if I want to mold something on the top, you see that? Now you can see all those dots. And that's how important not to get those bubbles sneak in it. So you have to be careful. Better redo this mold instead of ruin your cast later. So that's the idea. This one mold I made, look at this. This is double-sided and it's fit. You see how it's fit perfectly together? It's from the lily of my garden. And you see all those tiny lines, how beautiful it's printed out. You see that? So I can make a lily flowers and they just go beautiful together. So if I make a flowers, I make a beautiful prints on both sides. So yeah, I love this one. And this one just a regular leaves from outside the tree. When I go in the summer for a walk, I'm always looking for leaves with beautiful texture that I can mold. This is just something always in my mind. I'm gonna show you this one. Okay, see how gorgeous, beautiful. Then you just, you know, cut the edges, or you make a exactly shape. If you have a cutter, cut it out, soften up a little bit edges, and then you can make your flowers from a clay, from a sugar gum paste to make a. And here is another one. I think it could be probably the same one. Texture, I don't know if that's the same leaves or not, but so this one was a mistake because I have here bubbles. So let's see. I actually never tried this lily, how it's works. So okay, something white I've got here. Okay, we'll do this together. Let's do it together because I never tried yet. So this is first time you and me gonna see how my lily turn out. We will see together. Okay, so I'm gonna put on one side in here, and then I'm just gonna close with the other one, and we press together. Press, 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 press. And here you go. Beautiful, beautiful print. Oh my god, those lines are perfect. And I have this beautiful kind of like a pink red lily in my garden. So before they get wasted, I grab one leaf and I make this print. This one has a little bit bubbles, but I can live with it. It's kind of like a texture, you know. But after all, this came out very nice. So if I want to cast, like, I can use this one over and over and over. But if I want to make a real silicone mold, then I have to kind of cast this piece in the clay, model in clay, glue to the bottom to something to make a like a container go around it, and then pour soft silicone on the top to cast. So it's this one piece, and then I would have, like, you know, store-bought molds. But for now, this is more than enough for me. So that's the idea, guys, how to make silicone molds out of the jelly molds, gelatin. So now I'm just gonna, you know, clean up these pieces that I can save, just to take away this couple leaves. And this will already go back to the pot to remelt, and you can keep like a solid block till you're ready to mold something, your model. Okay, I hope it's helped. Please subscribe to my channel, and I have many more tutorials to come. I love learn from myself. I love to teach somebody, and if you are a beginner, more than welcome. Please be my friends. I love friends, you know. You subscribe to me, I've subscribed to your channel, and let's grow together, guys. I hope this was helpful for you, and thanks for staying with me to the end. And remember, 2 parts of gelatin, 2 parts of glycerin, 1 part of water, and you're done. Okay, have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.